Yo, welcome back to the best show in Atlanta. I'm your host, Nigel Money. Listen, if you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe to the best show in Atlanta. Also, if you can, go on the website at unspokenatlanta.com and get your merch, man. We got different colorways on the hoodies, crew necks, t-shirts, all type of stuff on there, man. So if you can support, man, go to unspokenatlanta.com, check out the Unspoken Atlanta collection, and get your merch today. Enjoy the show.
Hey, Nigel. Did too hard, bruh.
Super honored, man. Shout out Nigel. Shout out everybody here. Shout out Unspoken. We in the A.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Nigel Money with the Unspoken Atlanta podcast. Welcome back, man. We got a very, very special guest, man. Today we have Miss Bianca Akosua. Akosua, okay.
Yes.
She's here today. We talking about all things entrepreneurship. She's a day trader. People who've been on this show for a while, we've interviewed a few different characters, a few different entrepreneurs. We're trying to get into all things, trying to find new jobs, things that people are doing different after COVID. And today we have this beautiful young lady here today. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Thank you for having me, Nigel.
Always. We've been trying to do this for a little while. We've been really before the new year, but it worked out perfectly.
Yes.
First of all, we talked before. You were saying you only been down here since about a year, right?
No,
almost a year.
A little over 6 months
6
in
months,
Atlanta.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, we can start with that. What made you come to Atlanta?
Change.
Yeah.
Change. Like I said, I was born and raised in Germany, and I'm mixed, half German, half African, and I came to America like in my 20s, and I've been in New York for a long time, and just wanted some change. So I have friends and family in Atlanta, so I came and kind of stayed.
How was your experience in New York though?
I definitely am a New Yorker. Like, I don't consider myself an American. I consider myself a New Yorker, but I love New York.
Yeah. You like it better than Atlanta so far?
Absolutely.
What is it
I
about
don't
it?
think that there's another place like how New York is.
Yeah. You like the fast pace, all that?
I like the hustle. I like all of it. Yeah.
I know. I don't think Atlanta's for everybody.
Neither is New York.
Atlanta's, yeah.
Nah, I don't think. People either love it or hate it, I think. Yeah, you either get with it or you don't.
Yeah, I feel you.
But Atlanta's cool.
Yeah. So when you got down here, was you always into day trading?
Yes,
Like that?
I've been doing it full time for 2 years.
Okay. What originally got you going into?
I come from an educational background, so I was teaching and working with children, and being that I'm a mom myself and a single mom myself and a main provider in my household, I didn't want to have to give up parenting for providing, and that's what it usually is. And I was like, there are other people who make money online that use their brain to do something that's more than just posting pictures and outfits online. That just wasn't for me, wasn't enough. And I always liked numbers and finances, and I did a little bit of research and tried different things out and the whole crypto and everything, and fell in love with Forex day trading. And that's when I started taking it serious and started this whole journey.
So how long it took for you? Did you feel like you was kind of good at it?
Yeah. Okay,
So
so
it takes a while for some people.
it depends on how you do it. So you have I spend a lot of money on other platforms that I came across on social media and doing my own research on YouTube and so forth. But what I came to see or learn was that a lot of those people sell you like booklets and a little bit of trading online programs, but all of it is kind of self-learning. And I'm the type of person, especially because I come from a teaching background, I need to be taught by somebody who can really show me how to do it. And I couldn't find that in the US. And so I kind of wasted my money on programs that weren't really teaching you. Trading isn't something that you can be taught just from watching YouTube. If you do that, then you have those stories from people like, yeah, it took me 5 years to be profitable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was like, ain't no way. Like, there are ways where people do this professionally and are profitable and can teach you what not to do, so you can just follow that blueprint and be profitable. I was very lucky to come across this trader who's now my head trader in my company and also my business partner. He's the CEO in my company, who already had this program where he was teaching people in live sessions, and I was like, okay, I'll try it out. And so I was like, all right, because I really wanted to do it. So I was not going to let that go. I really wanted to do it. Found him, did the sessions, and was like, after my third session, which is about 2 hours each session and about 8 to 10 in total when you do the course. After my third session, I was already profitable.
Okay.
And that's how I knew, like, there has to be people out there who do it and are willing to teach. The issue is in the industry, traders make more money trading than teaching.
Okay.
So you have to have people that are passionate about you really
About
getting,
teaching it,
yes,
yeah.
about teaching and you really getting to know that. And like I said, after my third session, I was being profitable. I never make like those high risk trades or lose money. Like I used it as a salary based trading. Obviously, I make more money now than I did when I started, but the principle of it remains the same. And because I had really good teacher, I never had to do what other people do when they self-learn, you know?
Self-learn, yeah. So like when you saying like, you know, people who follow on YouTube and stuff like that's kind of, you have them, you don't know who to really trust. Like how do you like decipher like what's a good program to follow, or
You gotta
which
know
ones are
how you learn, how you receive information.
So you basically go off of how you process information.
Yes, that's
Okay.
what you should be doing.
Yeah.
I process information the best by seeing someone else really doing it and also showing me. And if I'm just watching you on YouTube, I'm gonna fail. Like it's not enough.
Yeah.
You really need to understand the markets. You gotta understand candlesticks and doji candles, like all these kind of things. The language in itself, what currencies are, you know, which market to trade, where you are in the world. It's something that I love about it so much, and that's something that was important to me too when I started this trading journey. Was I wanted the freedom of location. I don't want to be stuck in any specific continent or country. If I want to leave, I want to leave.
Yeah.
Especially because I'm an international person, that's important to me. And I wanna make enough money in a short period of time to enjoy my life. And that's exactly what I have with day trading. But to decipher between like people who don't really teach, a lot of people sell programs, but they actually don't trade. And you can see people trade. Like I don't really have the time to sit there and like show my screen to trade, but I show you my results. But when you are in a group course or in the sessions with us, obviously I'm there. We share our screens. We show you exactly what to do. We show you how we trade, how you're supposed to be trading, and we all trade the same. So if I'm making money, you also have to make money.
Yeah.
At the end of the program, we all trade the same strategies and have the same setups and things like that. So we're really sharing our knowledge, taking your hand and making sure that you get it the same way we got it.
So you would say like, so pretty much instead of just watching, I mean you can watch YouTube, but make sure you get you a good mentor.
You definitely need a mentor. Yeah. I still even have like monthly mentor sessions because trading is so much more psychology and mindset than it is strategy. Once you understand that, you need to just be clear all the time. You can't. I don't trade when I don't feel good or I'm having a bad day or I'm dealing with something else and my mind is, you know, occupied with things or emotions. You don't trade because you really mess up and you can't do that. So once a month, I have a mentor session with my head trader. And also we have a psychologist for trading specifically in the company that's accessible for our traders to have these mindset sessions because that's really your bread and butter. Like you got to be really clear on what you're doing so you don't mess up.
Well, we can smile on that. Like, how is important is to have those mental days as far as trading? Because I do be hearing stories of saying like, you know, if you're not, like you said, you're not having a good day, don't do this, or don't feel like don't over trade. You
Definitely
know what I'm saying?
not.
Yeah. So how do you like
implement it?
Yeah.
When you say over trading, if I have it depends on also what style you trade. There are different styles of trading. You can scalp, you can swing trade. In day trading, you know, so scalping is when you go in and out of trades really fast, and that's something that I do currently or have been doing for the past 6 months. Swing trading is when you just have a longer trading period. Like let's say you get into a trade early in the morning, and your swing trade might be like 2 or 3 days later when you hit your profit or your SL. It depends. But when you're like scalp, like for me, and I'm doing fast in and outs, if I have that can be on a 1 or 5 minute time frame. So usually within a couple of minutes, I will see if I made profit or not. If I have 3 losses back to back, I back out. I'm done. Yeah. I stop. Yeah. And another thing you don't do is you know what you're doing. You don't revenge trade. So a lot of people like they trade and then they lose, and then they had like $100 in one trade or $1,000 in one trade, whatever, and then all of a sudden they lost like twice as much, and then they want to catch it back. You can't do that.
Just take the L.
That's messing with your psychology, and it actually messes up your strategy and your market setup and how you're supposed to be trading.
The way people be talking about it, it's like I feel like it's like gambling though. Do you not get it the same? I mean, I don't know if
People
you gamble
think
or not, but
a lot of people think that it's gambling, but people who think that it's gambling really don't know what they're doing.
well, I mean, like I guess the rush from it. That's what I'm gonna say. Like the rush of like gambling, I feel it's like the same type of feeling
I
as you
don't.
get when you trade.
I guess it depends on how good you are. Like I said, if your education was good, then your profit rate should be over 70%. My win rate is between 80 and 90%, which is very high. The top 1% of traders, usually their profit rate is around 70%.
Well, how long you been around 80-90%?
From the very
From
beginning.
the very beginning, okay.
That's because, again, the education that I chose to have somebody to really teach me from A to Z everything is what makes the difference. I did not have to make the mistakes somebody would make that tries and figures out. I had somebody who been trading for over a decade, professionally, corporately, privately, who made all the mistakes, know what to do and what not to do, teach me what not to do in order for me to not have that problem. That's why I can use, like, that's why I said, like, I trade like it's a salary almost. You know what I mean? Because the goal always in life is to spend time doing the things you love.
Love to do, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we can go back. I want to go back to the beginning of like somebody who's like just starting to get into trading or want to get into trading. What are like, I guess you would say like your first 3 steps you would do for beginners?
Number one, you definitely need to find a suitable program for you. You need to have time to learn these things and really spend some time to learn these things, do some research and see if that's something for you. The second thing is knowing a bit of information and finding a good broker depending on where you are in the world. Like the US is very restricted. The most restricted when it comes to trading, but we have some good brokers that we work with that allows you to trade the indice pairs in like metals and gold. A lot of people love trading gold and USD, but it's actually not allowed in the US. So there are some brokers that allow it. So you need to know what pairs you want to trade with. I always say find your 5 major pairs that you want to trade and focus on them and study them in the market. For instance, USD GBP is one of the currencies I trade the most. I do indices a lot, like US 30 and NASDAQ 100. Love them. I do also trade gold or metals like gold, silver, and US dollar. Find those pairs, study the market, see what they did like over the past 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, so you have an idea of the trend in the market and the market setup in itself, so you can understand a little bit what it does. Yeah, and then definitely get yourself somebody, find yourself a mentor for sure. Like you need somebody who's like-minded who can teach you and show you the ropes, because we all need it. Even a seasoned trader needs those sessions.
Okay. So when you first started, how much money did you start out with, or what's a good comfortable amount people should be
people
comfortable
ask
starting
this
with?
all the time. It's very interesting, and I don't like we have a lot of students, and 9 out of 10 of them, 99% of our students are really profitable, and the women in our students category make even more money than the men these days. But I always say,
is that a trend, or do you think it's a theory behind that?
no, not really. But we only have like altogether less than 10% of women in this industry trading. So I'm always proud to say it.
To say they're great,
and because that's something that I'm sharing. Obviously, there's women coming because they're seeing me do it the way I do it, and being a full-time parent and all that kind of stuff. Being able to do that, I attract women into it on purpose, because it gives you just freedom, right? But what was the question?
No, I was asking you. I know I hit you with another question on top of another question.
Yeah.
No, the original question was, you got me losing my train of thought.
Okay.
Yeah,
How much you start with?
Yeah.
Okay, so right, I don't like being in other people's business when it comes to money like that. But I personally, and I say this all the time, but I personally wouldn't trade a live account, which is cash capital, under $1,000. I think to start trading with, you should start with $1,000. There are people who can flip $300 into more money, and that's the concept of it. You build, you scale, right? I personally, I'm not that good at it, so I wouldn't trade under $1,000. However, to get an idea on how you trade, you always look to make safely. This is with our risk management, how we trade. You always look to make 5 to 10% of your capital on a daily basis when you trade. We don't trade without goals. So every day I have a target. That's how much money I'm looking for. And I'm looking to make 5 to 10% of my actual capital that sits there. And I don't risk more than 1 to 2% of the capital that I have in one trade. So
if your capital is $1,000, you're looking to at least make what, 100
Yeah.
that day? Okay, that's what you're saying.
yeah.
Okay. Do you are you expecting people? Well, I mean, most people, it depends on what your finance situation looking like, though. But is it the smart play to just use cash, or to like try to get a business account and try to, you know what I'm saying, try to build through with leverage your credit, pretty much?
Well, it needs to be how you put the money into your account is up to you.
Yeah.
I
I
always
was
say
asking for, I guess, a smart. What would be the smart play?
there are different ways of how you can do it because there are prop firms. Prop firms are you're basically trading someone else's capital on a demo account. Now, a demo account is a trading account in the live markets, but I call it monopoly money. It's the easiest way for me to explain it. You trading live is also how anybody who starts trading should start trading with. They should practice on a demo account what they learn. So on the live market, so they don't lose actual money. And there's a thing that's called prop firms where you trade other people's capital on a demo account, but you have perimeters. Like, for instance, you can buy an account that has $10,000 in it, or $25,000, or $50,000, or $100,000. You can buy those accounts. Maybe like they cost like $200 or $300. It depends on the size. But they're also perimeters. They have drawdown limits. Like you can't lose more than whatever the percentage is during your trading. And then you do normally it's an 80, 20, 90, 10 split. So when you do make money, you get to keep 80 or 90% of your profits, but you're not trading your own capital. So that's a good way for people to do trading if they don't have their own capital.
Okay.
I personally don't like prop firms so much. I prefer trading with my own capital because the way I'm trading and the margin rate that happens when you trade. So when you have when you have like perimeters in place and you can only risk maybe like out of $10,000, you may be only able to risk $300 in your trade. If you hit that, the account is lost. That's how people lose money. But it's the same thing with live accounts where you have your own capital. Let's say you have $2,000 in there and you do something stupid where you don't have good risk management and you're risking literally $2,000 to make $500. You can blow your account. And that's not how you should be trading. So you have perimeters in place with the prop firm, but a lot of people lose money just buying these challenges. And because you have to go through the challenge also in order for you to make the money, and you lose money. So you kind of you have ways. Like you can do that. You can buy an account or you can use capital. However, it all comes down to risk management. So you to make sure that you actually end up making money.
We talked about the first 3 steps of people for beginners. We talked about how much you should start with.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, well, I'm gonna ask you some personal stuff as far as like your processes of teaching other people. Obviously, you got a coach and you coach other people. Are you just trying to like, is it like a pattern? Let me do the same thing that he did for me and just flesh it down, or is it like a what's your process on teaching people?
How's the course set up? Okay. So the course is set up in live sessions. They're on Zoom because obviously, again, one of the most attracting things about trading is that you can be anywhere in the world at any time and make money. So we have live Zoom sessions, and they're about 2 hours each session, and the whole course is about 8 to 10 sessions. So we do spend a good month and a half, depending on how quickly we put the sessions together. We usually say 2 sessions a week, which means within a month and a half time, you should be done and ready to go. We also make sure that we set up your accounts with you and everything, and we have an ongoing community on WhatsApp, not Telegram, because it's a little bit more personal. You have access. You can always message and things like this. We have a community. All our traders share their results, and I always check in on everybody, and we trade together. We have a signal group and things like that. So yeah, about a month and a half we spend time with each other, and like I said, each session is about 2 hours, but it's also required. That's why I said you have to really want this, because you're investing money into yourself to learn a skill that you then, once you have learned it correctly, have for the rest of your life.
Right.
And one of the reasons why I personally picked Forex instead of like crypto or options trading, which I like options trading too. I don't know how to do it. It's a little bit different, but Forex is the most consistent out of them all because it's currencies. And we have about 6.6 trillion transactions a day.
Yeah.
And you just need to bank off of a couple of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
You ever heard of the SKOOL platform?
Yes, I have. Working on it.
Oh, you working on it? Yeah.
Yes,
That's
I'm working on
that's
it.
a great. That's a great. I was gonna recommend it.
Yes.
Yeah. I've been doing that for everybody that's coming on here. Just anybody.
Yeah.
Because school is. I mean, you can do it from all angles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
No matter
yeah,
what profession you're
absolutely.
in it. So the way what you describing,
Yeah.
like your group and how y'all do it, is just like school, but like Facebook, pretty much. The way you
Interesting.
talk to each other, and you can sell it. There's so
Yeah.
many different ways you can make money off of it.
I definitely we're working on implementing it.
Yeah.
So when I got into the trading and I met my now business partner and also the head trader in my company, when I realized that, oh shit, like this really works, like this is a real skill. And like I said, I just focus on a couple of pairs that I'm focusing on, and I don't branch out of it. Like I know what I know and I just stick with it and it's good. And I realized how life-changing that was for me, because I picked something because I came out of a bad situation in my life and I needed change, and it was financial pressure. So when I realized I was really making money and living and providing for myself and my children and doing all of these things, I was like, I have to share that. So even while I was in the beginning stages of my trading journey, is when I built my company so I can share the word of it all. Because like I said, I was trying to find somebody who does exactly what we do now, and I couldn't find it in the US at all. And my company now runs out of the UK. Again, I'm international, right? So me being German and European and all that kind of stuff, I have like reached a little bit differently. But that's when I built my company in the midst of my trading journey, and we grew and learned or taught so many other people how to trade in the midst of we built traders who make more money in trading than me, because I spent so much time on building this company and spreading the word and making sure that people have access to it. Because you don't know about it, then how would you have that option? So it was very important for me, like, oh my God, like the way what I have to share. So that was big for me.
And you said you've been doing it for 2 years.
Full time, yeah.
How long on average I know you say by the end of the month you should be able to start trading, but to actually be
Independently,
comfortable
yes.
with it, yeah. How long do you think it takes, like normally?
It depends. So if I'm going by statistics of our students that we've had over the past, let's say from 2025, they get comfortable and confident with their trading within 3 months.
Okay.
Like I've seen, like I said, we share results and we make sure you're profitable before. It's not like, oh, you finished the course or you done. Like I said, we have community and we talk, and we have the head trader and the mentorships and all that stuff going on, because it's an ongoing process. But within like 1 to 3 months, they get really confident and comfortable trading their real money and living.
Okay. I do want to start talking about some marketing and branding strategies.
Okay.
I mean, when I watch your Instagram and stuff like that, you talk daily. You give voiceovers about motivation, but also what you made today.
Or
not, yeah.
Right.
What was your process on how I'm gonna actually market this and market my company?
Like I said, I when I started being profitable, and I was just like, oh shit, like people really need this, especially people who are my age and not like 25 anymore, who grow up in this whole social media era or making money online era, who want to change. I had no idea on really how to market it. I'm very fortunate to have the business partners that I have, and my CFO and my COO in the company, who are like pillars for me, and we do all the things together. But I've never marketed so far like with a marketing company or team or ads or anything. Everything I'm doing is organic. So all the content that you see me doing, it's me with my phone doing organically what I'm doing. Because again, like I'm a full-time parent and I'm very hands-on. So that's most of my day goes into that. And I don't spend more than 2 hours on trading to do what I need to be doing in order for me to live the life that I want to live. So far this is all organic. Yeah.
How is it balancing everything with being a mom and
being the mom is the harder part of my life for sure.
Yeah.
Again, because I do all of things and I'm hands-on, and I don't, like I said, my family lives in Germany or they're in Ghana.
You have no family down here.
No, I don't have like blood family here. I have like chosen family, you know what I mean, and like close friends, but yeah, I don't.
How was how was that though? Like the transition of being there, not necessarily by yourself, but like meeting new people, you know.
I guess it's a personality thing.
You seem pretty outgoing though.
Yeah, no, I'm not that social. I don't think I'm super social, and I think some of my friends call me mean. I don't know.
What does that mean though?
I don't know. They think I'm mean, but I mean, I'm a person who packed up all their stuff at 21 and just moved to a whole nother country without having anybody there, and I barely spoke English, and I made it work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that tells you a little bit about my personality, I guess, or my character.
Yeah.
I'm definitely a go-getter. I'm definitely have a hustle mentality. I definitely always worked like 2 or 3 jobs. Like I was always like that. I've been making money since I was 12 years old from babysitting my godfather's children, and that worked. So, yeah.
How long it took you to start properly speaking English?
Do I speak proper English
you
now?
sound pretty good
But
now.
I have an accent. I hear people tell me all the time you have an accent. I don't
people
hear
in
it.
Atlanta got an accent, so I mean,
You definitely
you
do.
think I got an accent?
Yes.
Okay, see, that's different.
To me, I have to focus sometimes when you speak to me because it's different. It's different than like a New York accent. Even in New York, like people from Harlem don't sound like people from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Or Queens. It's very different.
Yeah.
But yeah. So it took me. I learned English. Obviously, I had English in school, so I know how to read it and write it. But most of it I learned from hearing it, like music, watching movies, and then being around it.
Yeah.
My English has definitely improved.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's not my first language. I speak German.
Okay. How many languages do you speak?
Fluently, 2.
Fluently, 2.
Them 2. But I'm working on 2 more right now.
Know what to say, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, man. How are you able to build your discipline when it comes to trading?
How am I able to build my discipline when it comes to trading?
Yeah.
Generally, I'm a disciplined person. Okay, I'm a healthy person and structured and all that kind of stuff. But like I said, that's how I learned it. So I have the perimeters and the blueprint. And as long as I'm following it, I make money. So I don't trade if I have 3 bad trades. I shut down. I reset. I don't revenge trade. I don't chase the market. I have my setup. My trading hours are between 8 a.m. and 12 o'clock. If I did not make my money by 12 o'clock, I'm also not trading, but 9 out of 10 times I do. It's just the structure of it. Like that's what I said, like when you start trading and you pick your pairs and you study your pairs, you kind of know what it does. And obviously, me being on the East Coast, when Wall Street opens at 8:30 or 9 o'clock, when the market opens, U.S. open is when I lock in. And I check the London open session because it always gives you an idea of where the market in the U.S. time goes. Mm-hmm. You need to know these things and it makes it easier for you. But again, we also have a signal group, and like I said, my company runs out of the UK. So when I'm up early and I see them sending signals, I'll take the signals. I'll make money. Sometimes I don't even have to check the market because of the setup that I've been able to create for people. Mm-hmm. I take advantage of that. You know what I mean?
What's the time difference from here in UK?
5 hours.
It's 5 hours?
They're 5 hours ahead.
Oh, 5 hours ahead. Okay. So I get what you're saying when you was like the...
So when I'm up, day trade London session, they most likely already done with them making money.
So when they sending you what they already have done, then you kind of just implement that.
When they send live trades,
Yeah.
you have to be. It's time sensitive.
Okay.
If I catch it,
So you gotta be doing it right there.
I was on Discord. I catch it. I place it. Just let it run. Because you have a stop loss in the TP. So the TP is the take profit. So when you enter your trade, you protect your assets. So when it hits where you want to go, where you make profit, it takes your trade out. You make your money. That's it. You don't have to sit in front of your computer. People are busy. Like, you want to live your life, right? I'm in the gym every day. Like, no. And then also stop losses where it hits. If it hits that, it means you also won't lose any more money. And like I said, 1 to 2% of your capital size is what you should be risking if you have good risk management. I don't do them 50 size lots and stuff like that.
Well, you good.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, for people that's, even though if they're not following like your course, are there like some people out there that's like big that you think that they should be following? Or
There's so many good traders out there that I've come across on social media. A couple of them I follow. There's this one girl, I think her name's Tori Trades.
we'll find. We'll put her description there.
Yeah, I like her stuff. She trades way longer than me, and I love it. And then there's this other trader that I like. I think he's in Miami, Q Banks. Also trades for a minute, makes a lot of money, looks really dope what he's doing. You know, different lifestyle, different traders. Like I said, like there are a lot of, like, my son is 12, for instance, and I teach him how to trade. He trades on his off days already and makes like $50. I post it, like, people can see that, like, I do it. But there's different traders and mentors out there for different people. Obviously, like I said, I cater to people, everything that I'm doing is organic, is natural at the moment anyway, to people who are, I guess, are attracted to my lifestyle, how I'm doing it. And you can just pick, what you like, see what your tribe is, I guess. But there are options out there. There's a lot of good traders out there who's doing it for a long time. When I realized it and I have the people that teach the way we teach, I've never come across another trading course that does it so in depth how we do it. And you just gotta find what works for you.
Did you go to school?
Yeah.
You went to college?
Yes.
Dropped out. I was not
Business school.
Oh yeah. So I went to school as well though. That's something that I feel like they should add to like for trading, like to business programs. Like I went. There's a lot of things. I went to school for business. I got a minor in logistics, but it's a lot of stuff that I feel like we should have learned that I feel like they did. She's like trade. Well, I mean, I feel like trading is like now starting to become popular, but it's always been around.
You feel like so? You feel like it's becoming popular now? You think so?
I feel like the last since COVID,
really?
I feel like it's been like because I think after COVID everything changed. It's the crypto, but then it's also everybody's trying to find ways they can make money from home.
Exactly.
That what boosted it up.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, like the biggest thing coming out of COVID was like trying to find like things that are like recession-proof jobs. So that's why I feel like that. But
and now we got AI dominating.
And then AI and stuff like that too. So it's kind of like making people want to, like, nobody want to really like be in the office. Like everything you do is like converting back to being at home. So, but I was going back to say that when I was in school, like we learned a little bit like about business, but like the things that we're doing like in the real world, they don't put those, like I would say like trading, even down from like LLC, learn how to get an LLC, learn how to get business funding, business credit, stuff like that. Like I didn't learn none of that until after I got out of school.
Yes.
So it's like I feel like that's something.
Begins, right? They drop you there when you have like a bunch of debt.
Yeah.
And I don't understand that system in America in the first place, where you start off with bad credit. I don't get it why you start off minus something and not like from scratch, like zero. I think like credit should not be hurt before, you know what I mean? Like I find that system very weird, but because I grew up in Germany and education in Germany is free and it's based on how much work you put into. So characteristically, it builds you already from early on. Like if you want something, you got to put effort into it, because you get to better schools or get really great education based on how much effort you put into your schoolwork. It's not based on how much money you have. Like we don't have that. We have private schools, but that's not our system. Education is for free. So so that already is like I have a disconnect with that when it comes to American education. But I also agree, and this is why I have my son as a 12-year-old learning trading how I'm trading, and I promise him when he's been profitable. So on a demo account, like I said, with Monopoly money, but in the live market, and he trades NASDAQ 100 mostly, or US 30. That he's getting a live account when he turns 13 this year. This skill, because it doesn't require too much, and if it's been taught right by somebody who's passionate about it, is good at it, and is passionate about teaching, then kids in high school, if they do like a program, or like let's say we do it for 3 months for the kids, ain't no way they don't make money by the time they're 18. Ain't no way, because the skill just, it doesn't change. You read the market, and again, like top 1% of traders make about to have a 70% win rate, which is great, but it still means you make more money than you lose. Okay, so that's a skill. Once you have it forever. If kids were taught trading or forex trading or implementing the market, like, and don't think Wolf of Wall Street, but like know how to do that and learn that in a program, an extracurricular program, even it's math. It's really math. It's strategies. It's math. They will probably be able to pay for college themselves. It's really like that.
What's the main difference you think between like teaching in America versus like, or education in America versus like education in the UK?
The main difference between what I've noticed, or what I learned differences between education in Europe, or specifically Germany and America, is that it is free for us. And when you go to school, it's not based on how much money your parents have or what neighborhood you come from. You know what I mean? If you apply yourself in school and you get the good grades, you get into the higher educational levels in schools and even university. Like, yeah, you pay for books and stuff like that, but the education and the quality of what you learn is much better. Much, much better.
Do you well you think that it's harder to get into school overseas than it is in America?
From the parent perspective, it depends. Like, my son has always been in private school, for instance. Daycares are ridiculous. I don't even know how people, like, my daughter's daycare is like monthly rent for people. It's ridiculous. I don't know how people do it.
For sure.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's absolutely insane. In Germany, you get children's money just for having children from the state, from the country itself. Yeah.
That's crazy.
And you have maternity leave for 12 months. And they have to keep your job. I don't understand. Like, America makes it very difficult for people to have children, especially women. And it's the system is crazy for people. That's why, like, some of our students, half of them are women, half of them are men. And the people that want to learn it in professions that they want to get out. One of our students is a detective in the NYPD. Like, they want to get out from the system, you know what I mean, and learn how to learn a skill that creates income where they can do what they want to do and enjoy life. It's tough out here. It really is. And all you need is one skill. And this skill allows you don't have to work with anybody else. You don't work for anybody. You don't need to work with anybody. You can literally sit on the beach on vacation on your laptop, have Wi-Fi, and trade. And that's what people need. And they need options. They definitely need options.
You feel like that's something that everybody should start to try to like pick up at some point?
I think so.
Yeah.
I definitely believe so. It's a skill to have. Again, it's a skill. As long as your brain works, you'll be fine.
Yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, like, I don't have any kids yet, but that's something that I am thinking about, like, as I'm teaching my kids and as they're growing. Like, it's a few things that you have to learn how to do. I feel like is you gotta be able to learn how to work with your hands. For one, I think that try to trade, because I think I went to school. I think when I went to school, I got more relationships out of school than I did the curriculum.
Yeah.
Learning how to live on my own, per se, or, you know, start paying bills.
Be independent.
The independence of it, yeah. I got that. I got more out of that than I think I did of actually going to school. So I would say that. But yeah, if you're not blessed enough to go to school or don't feel like that's for you, I think like picking up a trade. But if you want to start getting into the entrepreneurship stuff, like I definitely think like trading should be something that you should.
Exactly, because it makes you instantly an entrepreneur because you work for yourself.
Yeah.
You don't work for nobody else, and you don't need anybody else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. You ain't
So
got to rely on nothing, nobody else.
right, and people want to take advantage of the time we live in, the AI time, the e-commerce time, the making money online. Like, well, what can I sell online? This, that, and third. And again, I'm preaching and teaching. It's educational what I'm giving you for you to independently do something for yourself. Like the best thing for us, like for us as a teachers and in this trading community in my company is to see you make money. Like I love when they send me their results during the day and I see them successfully making money. It's like the dopest thing ever. It makes me so happy because like when I needed it, when I came out of like a really, really bad situation, probably like by far the worst time of my life and getting into trading and it worked out so well, I was like, it's such a life-changing experience and such a game changer. And like I said, not everybody wants to be on social media and or be a professional girlfriend. Like what options people nowadays have? Listen, it's a thing. Like that's what they do.
Yeah.
That's what they're known for. People online and you don't know them by name. You know them because that's this and that girlfriend or that's. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do? You
want to be known for something.
You know what I'm saying? Not
just,
everybody can sit here and model clothing brands online and get paid for it. Like, it's beautiful. I love seeing it. But it's not for everybody. That's what I said. I have equally...
Well, you could do it if you wanted to.
Thank you. But I have equally women as I have men. And they're professionals, too. Some of them have their own companies, too. You know what I'm saying? And they just want something different and they want to be unbothered. And yeah, it's just, it's an option that you have. You can't tell me you have to do certain things that might have, question your integrity or whatever when there are options like these out there. Yeah, put some money behind it. Put some money into yourself. Invest into yourself and learn something that you can harbor and do at your own convenience. And that's what trading does for you. You know what I mean?
What does freedom mean to you? What freedom look like to you?
Doing the things that I love to do in whatever time I'm in. Presently, I have a 12-year-old and a 2-year-old. And so there's a nice gap there. But I like being able to spend time with my kids. Also, now that I'm getting out of the postpartum zone, like I said, she's 2 now. I'm in the gym all the time. That's for me, it's mental health. I love it. I've always been working out. Sports is important to me. My physical health, my mental health. So working out, traveling is important to me. I lived in different places. My son has lived in different countries so far. Traveling around is important, showing my kids the world and being able to, create a life where I can teach them to be independent and successful in their own rights. I think it's always the goal, and I treat all of our students the same way as I treat my kids when it comes to this. Because I learned I tried different platforms where they hook you on subscriptions and stuff like that, which I don't like. I think the main goal for me is with other people who come and learn how to trade with us or me is to see you make money independently. That's also how, as a parent, I want to be able to, when I'm no longer there, I want to be able to know that my kids are good on their own. You know what I mean? I think that's always the ultimate goal if you have children. And because you never know.
For sure.
And that's exactly how I treat my trading business and all our students. Because I don't want you to be hooked onto me. I'm there for you, but I want you to be able to independently trade and do what you need to be doing on your own. Like, I want you to be successful. And I love when I see them make money. It's like the best thing. Some of them make more money than me, like I said, in trading, because I'm so busy sharing it. But there are options out there.
Yeah, what's your so are you guys on YouTube as well?
No, I haven't been on YouTube.
On YouTube? No. I was gonna ask you what you thought about like teaching live. Like, have you ever thought about it, or how do you do? I mean, outside of your group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like watching me trade live.
Yeah.
I think that's dope. Like I said, the head trader of my company, who is also the COO of my company, which is the same person who taught me, is the best person I can give you to learn how to trade. So he does the majority of the trading. I'm in the session because I always, even with like just being a part of our team, you have to jump on a call with me and I assess you, because we don't take on everybody or just anybody. But I jump in the sessions. But because of my schedule, my life right now, like, you know, getting up, taking the kids to school and breakfast and lunch and dinner, and then going to the gym, like, there's very little time that I have for myself. So I trade, like I said, I don't trade for longer than 1 to 2 hours a day. I don't really currently have the setup enough for me to sit there and have the camera on and sit there and trade comfortably. Like, I do it really fast. That's why I'm scalping. But in the future, I definitely want to do that. I think it's fun to trade with other people. That's why when we have sessions, I'm in there, jump in there as often as I can. But right now, I don't have the time to do that.
Well, you obviously you just coming out of your postpartum phase.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you how you
can say
balancing dating, but are you even dating?
I do not.
Okay.
I haven't since I had my daughter. And I also don't really like the hookup culture.
What does that mean?
So,
what you talking about, like
the
everybody
hookup
just talking to each
culture.
other, everybody?
Yeah, I don't like that. Like,
Yeah.
I think...
You think that's an Atlanta thing, or you think that's just the time we're in right now?
I think that's the time we're in right now.
Okay.
Like, that they do that in Germany. They do that in the UK. They do that in Africa, for sure. So the places that I have been in... I was always a relationship person, for sure.
Yeah.
Never so lucky. I definitely made some bad choices. I'll definitely take responsibility for that.
Okay.
But, yeah, I'm definitely...
You the first. You're not gonna say you the first, but it's not for you to wasn't even do that.
What do you mean?
Take responsibility.
I have to take responsibility because if I don't, I can't change it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What you saying?
So I've definitely come a long way, and I've changed.
About the right way.
Yeah, I've changed a lot, and I'm not the same woman I was 2 years ago. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But in order for me to change something, I have to take accountability for it. Even if so, I'm saying I chose the wrong people for sure.
Gotcha.
Whatever the fuck they were doing, they're gonna deal with that.
Yeah.
But for me, that's my accountability part.
Yeah.
But I don't. Yeah. So I don't like the hookup culture thing. I don't like casual dating and like you meet somebody and they're talking to 5 other people.
Yeah.
And then it's like, so there's all this energy intertwined. How am I supposed to be clean and clear and intentional with you if I have to, sorry, I can't talk to you anymore. But can we not be friends? No. Like, I don't even believe in opposite sex friendships when they're too close. I don't even believe in that because, I don't know, if you're an attractive person, at some point, somebody wants something.
Yeah. That's naturally. Huh? That's natural.
Yeah, exactly. So
what, you just isolate yourself from everybody?
Say what?
So you just isolate yourself from everybody? You just don't
I
really
don't necessarily isolate myself from everybody, but again, like, the way my life set up is currently, and me, you know, sharing and pushing for other people to have access to trading and having my company and being a hands-on full-time mom, the little bit of time that I do have outside of making money and stuff like this, I go to the gym. It's very rarely that I go out. By the time I get home, or my son also plays baseball, I'm tired. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. I'd love to get into dating with like real courtship. I want to like get to know somebody. You need to spend time with people. I'm realizing if you spend 3 months to get to know somebody, you then actually know if you actually like that person or not. But people don't even spend that time.
You think it take that long?
It does. Because it's really hard for people to pretend after the third month.
For sure. Yeah.
But they be on some shit the first 2 months, for sure.
I agree with
Everybody's on their best behavior. Oh my God, it's so nice.
I think, well, you know, you want to put your best self out there, I think. But I think you but you still want to be like, I still want you to get to know me. So I agree with you. I think 3 months is a good time.
I want to know if you pick your nose and eat your boogers. Like, you know what I'm saying? You will not do that if we are going on dates 3 times a week. I'm dressed up to the max. You're dressed up to the max.
Yeah.
We're in a nice restaurant or whatever, or go to the museum, whatever you like, or go to a game, whatever you like. It's a vibe. There's other people around.
Yeah.
I don't get to really see you.
You know, they say they really don't know about it till you move in with them.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
For real though, that people say that. Like, you really don't really know that person until you like move in with them. Like, I mean, obviously,
I promise you, if you spend 3 to 6 months with somebody getting to know them without giving it up, you find out.
Yeah,
you really do find out what they do. It's not good outside.
Some people say I was interviewing a young lady, and she was like, she don't like the fact that, like she said, you talk to one person, he talked to 5 other people. Even if you be honest about it or not, it's still not good. She was like, her thing is like if I like you, you like me. You my man. Like it should be like that. You feel the same way?
A little bit, but I think again, you need to get to know somebody. It's not like, oh, if I like you, you like me. Just you're my man.
Yeah, I think it could be like that for some people, but I think that it's definitely steps though.
Usually, those type of situations don't last. It depends on what you want.
I think it's more so of a mindset more so than actual like.
But it also depends on what you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't want long-term or lifetime partners.
Yeah.
Which is sad. Like, I don't know why. There's a lot of shit out there for sure, but you got to know who you are and what you want. And I think that would you date yourself, someone who's exactly like you? If you can say yes to that, then kudos to you. That means you've done a lot of work and you're happy with who you are, and then you will attract somebody that is like you. But if you don't put in the work into yourself and become the person that you dream of being for yourself, then you can also expect to have a dream person. Do you know what I mean? Like, that just makes no sense to me. I can't be like, oh, I want him to be this and that and have this much money. So, but what do you cannot, you only gonna get what you are, not what you want.
Yeah.
You know, yes, there are some red flags and there's some scammers and fakers and liars and cheaters out there. But if you meet a real person and have real conversations and you really get to know somebody, like, yeah.
I think it's dope when you're able to like watch each other grow to a degree.
I agree.
For a while, I think it kind of brings.
It changes constant.
It changes. You get to see how people adapt. You get to see. It is a attractiveness to it too. Like,
I think
you know
so
what I'm saying? The understanding, the seeing. You know, I guess me knowing that you've seen my ups and downs. You know what I'm saying? It makes me more comfortable with explaining situations that I probably won't explain to you that much too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that.
But yeah, I definitely do think that. I think when I was just asking you that, it's more so of a mindset of like being intentional.
Definitely.
Like when you when I was talking about the I like you, you like me situation, it's more so of like, are we connected? Because when I'm telling you I'm talking to 5 other people, I might be saying that just to say that I'm taking my time versus I'm actually talking to 5 people. Because I feel like that's expensive. Like, for most people, it's expensive to talk to most people, depending on how invested you are, for sure. I don't know.
I think that's also how you talk to people.
Yeah.
You know, if you send everybody nudes and you flirting with everybody, like, that's wild. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, people do that. That's what I mean with hookup culture.
Oh yeah.
People do this. It's really wild.
I just think I wouldn't even say call it hookup culture. I just think that nobody.
What do you call it?
I think like I'm gonna use this analogy. Like, people like they don't like the work. Everything. I think like people don't want to put in the work.
Thing.
People want
That
like
is
instant,
another
like they want the instant connection, instant gratification right then and there. And if they don't get it, then they willing to move on from it quickly. Like,
but
that's
an
why I think
instant connection, it also, again, it depends on how intentional you are and what you're looking for. Because I feel like 99% out of people fail because their instant connection is always lust. And you can be attracted to somebody and fall into the lust thing. That's cool. But you still have to get to know the person.
No, for sure.
And
I mean, listeners don't gonna get you so far.
The time to get to know somebody, and also let somebody get to know you. Like, I don't know. The older you get, the more guards you have, the more you are in your own ways already, and it's difficult. And you want your things this way. I see this a lot. Like, a lot of people in their second round in life, when they're like 40s and up or mid 40s and up, go through divorces, change, and now they're starting over. And then a lot of people, a lot of my friends are getting separated, like divorcing, and they've been together from like their mid 20s to their like late 30s now, and then, you know what I mean, and they do that. But when you have that experience and then you start over and you already know what you don't like so much because you've done it, that you have a notion about you and guards up and things like this.
So I think
not easy anymore.
I kind of think the complete opposite in the standpoint of like, as you get older, I think people are like making quicker decisions based off of what they've been through in the past. Like, I think they know more of what they want than what they wanted in their 20s, or you know what I'm saying?
They also know what they don't want,
Right.
but they don't want to spend time. So,
Well, no. Older, yes, but in general, I just think that we're in a space where it's like, pick it up. I see something I don't like, I put it back. That's what I feel like we're in that type of culture right
but
now.
that's a problem. That's a problem with people being intimate too early.
Yeah.
I think because it's easy to be intimate. Like it's easy to be physically intimate. It's not so easy to be mentally and emotionally and spiritually
invested.
intimate with people. People don't work on these things.
Yeah. People don't want to get
As
hurt. That's what
much.
it is. They're scared to get hurt.
But that's crazy to me because as a female, as a woman, I'm naturally and physically a receiver, right?
Mm-hmm.
Me letting someone in physically who drops all his shit and his energy and all that kind of stuff off instantly is worse than letting somebody in, or more detrimental to me than letting somebody in mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. That's how you get to know somebody. And I think people have that twisted. But again, that's just for me. Like I don't want to do that. So
How you I mean, I want to get all up in your business, but how you?
that's a lie.
But I'm gonna ask you, like, how do you like? What is that from your past relationships? You think that you got to bring it to like the next person you talk to?
Say that again.
What are some of the things you learned from your past relationships that you think you got to change or like bring it to for somebody new?
Bring in or not bring in?
Well, both.
Okay. Letting people be who they are. That's my new thing. I'm going to let you be exactly who you are. I don't want you to change for me. That don't work anyway.
Right.
But I'm learning to love you and respect you for who you are, not who I want you to be. A lot of people get into relationships because they want somebody to be something for them. You got to let people be who they are. And if you can love them for who they are, then that's a good base, I think. Because growth is constant. I'm always striving to be better today than I was yesterday. That's my personality.
Yeah.
I don't want to be, if I was good yesterday, I want to be great today. You know what I mean? And that will never change. That will always going to be like that. And I think for me now, when it comes to personal relationships, I like people who have similar characteristics than me. Like I'm disciplined, I'm faithful, I'm focused. I'm a woman, a mom. I'm nurturing, things like that. But somebody who's independent in their lives and have their own status in life like that. I don't want to be known, like I said, I'm not no professional girlfriend. I don't want to be known for that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You are you the type that's like girls that have kids dating somebody else that don't have kids?
Would I date somebody that doesn't have kids?
Well, I'm saying, like, cause some girls be like, they have kids, they like, I don't date men with kids.
I don't have restrictions.
Okay.
And I think that's crazy. And I don't think that you can ask for something that you can't offer. I think a relationship should be a given. And I think people in general, if you give something to someone, you shouldn't expect anything back because otherwise it's not a given. So if you have those mentalities or principles, then again, you should be attracting something like-minded or leveled. You know what I mean? I think that I wouldn't say that. I said before I became a mom, I said, I wouldn't date somebody who doesn't have kids. That's because I didn't have kids.
Yeah.
But I ended up having a kid with my son's father who also already had a child. I didn't have restrictions. You know what I mean? Life is what life is. Your perfect person might have all the things you don't like, all your rules or whatever, but the personality and the love is exactly what you need. So I don't think restrictions, if you put restrictions on you, then you're gonna miss out a lot.
No, I believe that.
Yeah.
I used to be a person that used to be like, I didn't want to date nobody with kids, like you said, when you don't have kids. But I do think as you get older, it changes though. Like the things that I was seeing in my 20s, I'm definitely seeing at 34. Like,
yeah, right.
So it's like my mindset is totally different. So I definitely do. I do agree with you.
I get it though when people say it.
Yeah.
But because you have some people who have very unhealthy co-parenting relationships, or there are a lot of people who have kids for bargain reasons. Let's be real. There are a lot of men who have women pregnant because they want to keep the woman, and you have a lot of women who have children by men because they want to check.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Or the same reason
They want to keep the
because
man,
they
too.
want to keep the men.
Yeah.
None of that shit works. It's not existent.
Yeah.
If for me, it was always very important to my decision that I make based on keeping my children, because I'm the woman. At the end of the day, I make the executive decision of whether I want to have the child or not, right?
Yeah.
If we want to be real about it. For me, it was always important to make it based on, will I be able to do whatever it takes to make sure that my child has whatever it needs on my own if I had to. Because you never know. You can be in the most blissful marriage and your partner, God forbid, can die tomorrow. You never know. And I based my decision on having my children on that, and I ended up being a full-time single parent in both situations. That was that for me, because there's just no guarantee.
Yeah.
But dating somebody that has children who has complicated situations can be difficult, because you're dealing with someone else's children. If you're not into children, or you're not good with that or whatever, then it's not good for the child. So don't do it. You know what I mean? But now there are people who have children who are already teenagers, a little bit older, like, then you're ending up really being with the person. A lot of people have the project of having a family and have kids together. And by the time the kids spend 13, 14 and they don't want to spend time with you no more, then the marriage falls apart, the relationship falls apart, because the people have nothing in common no longer. Happens all the time.
Right.
So you got to really figure out what kind of person you are, if you're a kid person or not. But the kids are always the ones losing out when parents make stupid decisions. I think there are a lot of people who have kids who shouldn't have. You know what I mean? And but there are also great people who are great step parents.
Yeah.
And the kids benefit from that. You just got to
sure.
choose who you want to be, and just,
Yeah, I definitely think my mom and dad divorced when I was younger, so I definitely had, my mom didn't remarry, but she made sure she put men in my life that kind of like helped me. So I definitely don't know like what I would be or what type of character I would have if I didn't have them in my life. So I definitely do understanding it doesn't always have to come from like your natural parents. If it has to be from a step parent or a mentor or anything like that, there's nothing wrong with that as well.
The kids don't ask to be here, so I don't think they should suffer from that.
Right.
So if you can't handle that, or you can't put something like be a blessing into their life, don't be it. And it's like I said, the system sucks for people who have children. Like I said, like school is rent money.
Yeah.
Like it's like I have 3 apartments or mortgages just by trying to make sure your kids are good. You know what I'm saying? So that comes with it. If you're not willing to do what it takes, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Yeah, if you have the choice to it.
Yeah. While you've been down here, we got a segment. We talk about places that we done been to in Atlanta. We call it hot spots. Unspoken Atlanta hot spots.
Okay.
So in this segment, it's just pretty much you shouting out if you had. You say you don't go out like that, but any places in Atlanta outside of the gym that you've been to that you would like to recommend to. It could be like a restaurant or a nice date spot or something that you would. If you've been to that you had like a good time at.
When I do go out, I always have a good time.
Yeah. That's just a mindset, it sounds like.
Yeah,
for sure.
When I go out, I do have a good time. I love food. I'm definitely a foodie. So I like good food. I like quality in life. So I like spending money on things that make me feel good. Food is one of them. I think by far my favorite restaurant that I've been to in Atlanta is Umi's. I love their food.
Umi's. Where is that located?
It's next to St. Regis.
St. Regis, okay.
So there's this little square, and then there's Umi's, and there's some flower garden bar. What is it called? Flower bar? Garden room. Garden room.
Okay. I heard garden room. Okay.
Yeah, I don't care for that.
Uh-huh. And, what you mean you don't care about it?
I don't care for it.
Okay.
No, I don't care for it.
What type of food they have there?
Umi's is Japanese.
Japanese, okay.
And then in New York, for the past 20 years, I've been going to a lot of restaurants.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite restaurants, even back in the days, was Philippe Chow. And they just opened like a cousin of it. It's not called Philippe Chow. It's called Loki.
Okay.
But they have the same cuisine. And they're very famous for their peanut sautés and shrimp sautés. And their lobster is really good.
Okay.
So. It's new. Just opened a couple months ago.
That's a
It's also Asian fusion.
Okay.
But they have...
I'm assuming that's your favorite.
Huh?
I'm assuming that's your favorite.
Asian fusion?
Or,
No, my favorite
Japanese.
is like steak.
Okay.
I'm a meat person. I love burgers.
Okay.
Yeah, but I like fine dining.
I forgot to ask you at the beginning. What you gonna do for New Year's?
What did I do for New Year's?
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing. I was in bed by 11 o'clock listening to
You did tell me you
spiritual
don't celebrate
content.
New Year's. You did tell me that you don't celebrate New Year's.
Not since I've been a mom.
Okay.
It probably will be different if I wasn't doing it by myself and you know, whatever. I mean, me and my son lived in Dubai for 2 years. And so that was a different experience on New Year's, you know, fireworks and stuff like
I
that.
just seen the video of how they do that countdown with this building. It's like fireworks shooting
The
up the
Burj
building.
Khalifa.
Yeah, that's kind of dope.
It's
right?
very nice. I actually saw it from my house when I lived there on New Year's.
Yeah, and they do that the same thing every year. I'm assuming.
It is the same thing. Like, I'm
Yeah.
very much in go mode all the time. I just want to work. Christmas is nice. The holidays are nice, but then it's like enough. Like, let's get back to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Did you travel for Christmas?
I did
Or
not.
you stay here too?
Yeah, I stayed
Okay.
here.
Okay. I just got back from I went to Toronto for New Year's.
How was it?
It was cold.
It's
very
cold here
cold.
too. I'm offended.
But it was like no, it was different cold up there.
I
It
did not
snowed-
come
it
to
snowing,
Georgia and
all
then
of that.
have this weather being like
See,
this.
the difference in
It's
Atlanta is like
ridiculous.
it's just you don't know whether you're going to get. It's not a consistency. Like it was 70 degrees on Christmas.
It's ridiculous.
So, but then like I went up to
I'm gonna
Toronto
need
was like 20
the
degrees.
rooftop pool to open up again. I need sun. I don't.
Yeah.
This is not it. Like, I might as well go back to New York. It's insane cold.
By April, you'll get that.
April. I have to wait till April.
Yeah, April.
No,
yeah.
it's not. Okay.
February is gonna be. I mean, around this time, it's like it is kind of cold. We always get like that 1 or 2 day of snow, and they shut all the schools down and everything. That's around,
That's
like,
also crazy.
that's around, like,
Shut
January,
schools down
February-ish.
for snow. What's your hotspot recommendation for somebody who's fairly new in
what?
Atlanta? Hotspot
hotspot?
recommendation for someone in Atlanta.
Let me see. You like steaks, so I think House is a good steak. I don't know if you went to House Steakhouse before. That's a good spot. For
I heard
steaks.
about it.
That's a good
Okay.
one.
I did hear. I went to Alley Steaks.
Alice is good.
It's all right.
House is better though.
Okay, good.
Let me see here. Something that's like every day you go to. You ever been to Ariel here? Ariel Tacos? That's a vibe. It's a Mexican, but
I
they
like
got like
tacos.
50 different.
Tacos and they go with tequila.
Yeah, they got like 50 different margaritas.
That's
But
crazy.
then like during the holiday seasons, like they dress it up. So like I went there for maybe like a couple of days before Christmas, and the whole thing lit up with lights and stuff like that, Christmas lights.
So vibes.
But it's a vibe every holiday. It's a vibe there,
Okay.
and it's like it's not crazy expensive, and it's like it's a franchise. I think they just put one out in Duluth, but the ones I be going to be either
I've
one in
never been there.
Midtown or
Duluth. I haven't been there.
Buckhead. It's another one in Buckhead. Trying to get a couple other spots.
Yeah. Let me know where I should go.
Let me think. What you got
I've
for?
been scoping out a little bit like local coffee shops. I like little local coffee shops I want to see. And I went to the Avalon in Marietta. Is it Marietta?
What is that? Is it
There's like a couple of shops, like you can walk
Oh,
around
yeah,
there,
yeah,
like
yeah.
so it's really nice. I like
Nice.
that. Me being a city person, like I was born and raised in Berlin.
Yeah.
It's like Berlin and New York, like capital cities, like where you have public transportation and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like when I can walk around, and that's what I dislike about Georgia
Yeah, you can't,
suburbs.
it's not places where you can like really like.
Can't
Walk. I mean,
walk.
other than I would say the Beltline is something you could be able to do. Beltline is
That's
probably
it.
the only place you're gonna be able to do. But Beltline is a vibe though. Like if you working out, they got stores or stuff like that.
Let's see how long you guys can keep me in Atlanta, because right now I'm not sold
Yeah.
on
But-
staying in Atlanta.
In the
but-
summertime, it's better to me than like in the wintertime as far as things to do. It's more
Of
like
course, but in the summertime, I prefer being in Europe.
yeah.
And this is the perks of growing up in Europe is everything's close. Like you drive to Amsterdam, you fly an hour to London, or Paris or whatever. Like you travel around, and everything is cheap because it's close. Like right now, spend like $400 to fly to Dallas. I pay $50 to fly from Berlin to London. It's ridiculous.
No, that's
You know what I'm saying? So
it's crazy you say that. So when I was in Toronto, like it was very cheap in Toronto. Like I thought it was gonna be way
they
more
are not
expensive.
doing us good over here right now whatsoever.
Yeah.
It's really expensive.
Everything here is like overpriced, overcharged. Like,
And that's another thing about the trading thing that I'm doing, because now that I'm like, I don't work for nobody anymore, and I really don't have to be here. Plus, I have multiple citizenships, so I really don't have to be here. So do my kids. And I'm like, I'm literally looking. I've been looking at houses in Bali, like what you get for 200 or 300K in Bali, plus you don't pay property taxes. That's another thing. Or in like this in other countries, or even looking at rent in other countries, just like for a year. It's and what you get for your money is crazy. This is why I'm like, listen, you really do need to learn a skill where you are independently doing what you need to be doing for yourself, so you can do what you want when it's time for it.
Do it, yeah.
Like, people are really stuck in a hamster wheel, and so was I when I lived in New York. Absolutely. I dropped my son off at 8 o'clock at school. I came home at 8 p.m. He was in private school and then had a nanny that picked him up and took care of him. And then I came home, did the rest. And then as a hamster wheel, everybody is doing it. How do you get out of it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's the freedom that we were talking about.
Exactly. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. That's why I'm sharing what I'm doing, because it's a blessing to have options. And if I don't speak about it, you wouldn't know about it. So I built the access for it. And if you really want to do it, you should do it. You should always invest into yourself, because there's a good ROI on it.
For sure. All right. Well, you can tell people how to get in contact with you and with your business.
Right.
How they can join.
Well, how did you get in contact with me?
Well, I shot a DM.
So you saw me on Instagram?
On Instagram, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so that'll be on Instagram. So on Instagram, it's Bianca Akosua.
For sure.
So just to let you know, Akosua is a Ghanaian name, and it's my middle name.
So that's not your last name?
No, it's my middle name.
Okay.
It means born on Sunday.
Born on Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody who's from Ghana knows. Like, if they read my name, they would know. Because people are always like a misconception about me is always like, where am I from?
Yeah.
And
it's your accent though.
But my accent, would you know that it's German?
No, I would think it sounds like it's London or like UK.
Really?
Like, yeah.
I don't even speak British English.
Well,
that's not my accent.
People in America, I don't know how people overseas view you, but in America,
overseas I have an American
we don't
accent.
know the difference between, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
Fair enough.
What you're saying, with how you talking, is like you got to be from London, anywhere in the UK. I'm assuming,
Interesting,
like,
really.
I don't really know, you know what I'm saying? I can't really tell the difference between all of that.
Okay, yeah.
But definitely I can tell you're not from here.
That's crazy. Yeah. I've been here for like 15 years. That's not nice.
Well, not here. I mean, I'm in Atlanta.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely not. Like, I don't even understand half of the stuff people were saying.
When you said it was far to get here,
yeah.
I was like, you're not from here.
That's crazy. As a New Yorker, driving is come on, I can drive for like 45 minutes. Yeah. Like, it takes me from Brooklyn to go to the Upper West Side, like a good 45 minutes. With traffic, it'd be an hour. And that's okay. I know where I'm at. Yeah. Like, I can literally use First Street, Second Street. Like, I know here it's like crazy.
Yeah.
And the distance is longer. Miles wise, it's longer. It might be 45 minutes, but it's like 40 miles.
But it's I thought the gear it's a straight shot for the most part. Depending on where you.
Like I said, let's see how long you guys can keep me in Atlanta, because I don't gotta be here.
Too far.
But my son really likes the school, and so I'm like, okay, cool.
You gotta stay here for your son, man.
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
Yeah.
And let's see how much money he makes this year, because he's on in his life account now. Okay, so how do you get in contact with me? Okay, so my Instagram handle is Bianca Akosua. How do you spell it? You can do the thing.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. My business is Venus Vanguard Capital. So my trading company is Venus Vanguard Capital. I love it. So you can do that. And my signal group is Vault FX Signals.
What is it?
All of it is .com.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can get in contact with me. And I always tell people, because I'm a person, like, I might not be super social, but in order for you to, connect with me and stuff like that, you're going to have to reach out to me or go on the website and then schedule a call with me and then see what's going on.
Yeah, make sure you definitely come correct, man. Make sure you definitely come correct.
Definitely.
Well, yeah, y'all, we appreciate y'all watching. Welcome to the best show in Atlanta. I'm your host, Nigel Armani. For one, I definitely want to thank Bianca for pulling up on me and
Yeah,
having
sure
a good
did.
conversation. We definitely have her back on soon again. Please make sure y'all subscribe to the Patreon. Please make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel. Again, you can follow us both at Unspoken Atlanta, and you can also follow her as well. We can put both of the descriptions at the bottom. Please, man, we appreciate y'all for watching. Best show in Atlanta. We'll holler at y'all. Peace.
What happened? I need my coffee.
Hey, Nigel. Did too hard, bruh.
Super honored, man. Shout out Nigel. Shout out everybody here. Shout out Unspoken. We in the A.